House Majority Whip Tom Emmer, meanwhile, is calling to investigate a report published by the Manhattan Institute. It claims Minnesota tax dollars are being sent to Somalia and ending up in the hands of a terror group. Meanwhile, President Trump writing on Truth Social, "I am, as President of the United States, hereby terminating, effective immediately, the temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota. Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of that great state, and billions of dollars are missing." Jeff Paul has the story for us live from Los Angeles. Hi, Jeff.
Hey there. Well, yeah, Congressman Emmer says if this is true, it would not only be a grave national security concern, but a slap in the face to the hardworking, law-abiding people of Minnesota. This all stems back to a single report published by urban policy magazine City Journal, which is published by conservative think tank the Manhattan Institute. The report, citing unnamed sources, alleges funding that was supposed to go to state programs to help with housing and feeding people was being stolen. It claims some of that money was then sent to Somalia through a complex network where it eventually, according to the City Journal, ends up aiding the al-Qaeda-linked terror group al-Shabaab. Congressman Emmer, along with 3 other members of Congress, have now signed a letter addressed to Minnesota's U.S. Attorney demanding answers.
You simply can't continue doing this. It's one thing to bilk the Minnesota taxpayers. That's bad enough. But to ship the money to a terrorist organization.
This is why President Trump is not playing around with Minnesota. Minnesota, you guys have been negligent. I believe they knew what was happening in Minnesota. They just turned a blind eye. This is why we need to decrease federal funding for these states that do not care. I want y'all to talk shit and say y'all don't need America without our money. I want you to build your own. I want you guys to come on from overseas and build your own. We have all these Muslims, we have these different cultures coming over here talking about, oh, America's bad, America's this. We are in favor of our country over America. Then don't take our money. Feeding Our Future was a huge scandal in Minnesota. I believe they allegedly took over $250 million, claiming that they were feeding 6,000 people a day and was nowhere near that. And they took $250 million. Where do you think it went? It went to Somalia. It went to somebody else's pockets in a whole different country. I believe you in Minnesota, you should be pissed off. If you're not Somalian, you should be pissed off. Governor Walz, I believe that's the governor of Minnesota, needs to be fired. But this is what makes me think, for somebody to turn a blind eye to something like that, does that mean they're in on it? Let's just stop being so green to where we won't believe that somebody that maybe America is really just for the green. So if they're getting paid off of this, why would they say anything? And that's why I like what Trump is doing. See, people say, oh, I don't like Trump. I don't like what he's doing. What is he doing? He's taking away money from states that don't follow the rules. That's all he's doing. Accountability. If I give you money and then 250 million comes up missing and I ask you what happened and you say, I don't know, why would I keep giving you money? Minnesota has been so negligent, it makes me think that they've been in on it. You see what I'm saying? So why is the federal government, and that's what Trump is doing, and you guys are getting upset, but it's like, we're giving you guys money to do the right thing for American people in your state, but you're giving the money to refugees and asylum seekers and illegal immigrants. And they're prospering while the people that the money was meant for is dying and losing money and they're behind, and now they're the minority in their own state that they are supposed to be from? Make it make sense. Why is Somalia getting upset now? Why are the Somalians getting upset? I'm sorry, I'm not saying all Somalians are bad, but a lot of y'all are dirty. A lot of y'all are just taking money. A lot of y'all wouldn't be where y'all would be at if it wasn't for American money. So how do we solve this problem and get people out of our country? We stop giving them money. Just stop giving them money. You're a refugee asylee, welcome to America. Okay, so what do? You go work. You build your own community. The reason why these communities are getting accelerated is because of American taxpaying dollars. That's all it's for. That's the only reason why they're going from point A to point B so fast. It's because of our money. So how do we stop them from growing? Stop giving them money. Make them have their own jobs. Make them grow. And they won't do it. They can't do it. All these people that they have They're not all going to be able to work in that one little city. They got to go somewhere else. That's where you break it up. Take away the money. Trump is doing the thing that a lot of people should have did. Just take away the money. I'm going to stop giving y'all funding. I'm going to start giving you protections. I'm just going to stop. You guys figure it out. If you get deported, goodbye. If you can't make no money, that's your fault. I'm going to stop giving y'all. That's the reason why SNAP benefits was so crazy. Yes, we know that majority of the people on SNAP benefits are white America, but what they don't report is that they have a separate account and separate funding for refugees. $456 billion has spent in the last 10 years on refugees alone. 456 billion. So that means for food, that means for housing, that means for all these things, but that's a separate category. So this is why we can't see the real numbers. It's because Americans, yes, 78%, I believe, or more are white America on SNAP. But that's not including the refugees and asylum seekers. They're over here in their own category because they get different and separate funding. This is why we can't see who's officially on it. It's because they have their own separate funding. $456 billion has been for refugees and asylum seekers in America. How about we get the $456 billion and give it to Americans? How about we put it into our schools so our kids could actually be smart and they can actually read? How about we just say, you know what? Every kid that's graduated, we're going to give you a certificate to get paid to go into a trade school. How about we just do that? How about we just do that? Why are we giving so much money to these asylum seekers? Why are we giving them money to their own programs that support their own people, but all they do is steal it and send it back to their country? What I have to say is this. If you're so far loving your country, just go back to your country. If you're from Somalia and you love Somalia, hey, I have no problem with Somalians. But if you like, hey, I'm here and it's still Somalia or die, just go back to Somalia. Have that energy there. I wouldn't get upset. I wouldn't be mad. And if I went to your country, I would respect your rules. But what happens is these people come here and they try to create their rules from their broke ass country and they bring it here to America and they expect us to pay for it. Stop paying for this shit. So how can you get mad at Trump when he's just saying, I'm not giving y'all funding. I'm taking away your protections. You guys will get kicked out. I'll just send everybody in there to raid Minnesota and get all you guys out of there. And then what's going to happen? You're going to go back. No more protections. I think the rule that we have of asylum seekers and refugees is the biggest rule of baloney. Look, if you are having problems in your country, fix it. You fix it. Take accountability. If you don't like your government, if you don't like your whatever that's going on, overturn your government. Do what you have to do to change your government. Don't come here and bring your broke ass values and bring your values over here and you're messing up our community. I'm sorry, but Americans need to be more selfish with America. We need to be so selfish where we're not letting anybody come up in here and try to tell us what to do. We need to start being like we from the block. We need to start being a little more hood and start standing on business in our own country and start telling these people that come over here is either you get down or you lay down. We got to start having that energy because if we don't, look what's happening. We got to stop depending on the government to protect us. And we got to start protecting our own. Stand on business and start telling these people, bro, if you about that life and you about that Somalia and all of that, bro, get your ass up out of here. That's all it is, bro. No disrespect, but if you ain't with the culture, if you ain't with the USA, if you still talking about Somalia, bro, kick rocks. That's not racist. That's being a patriot. That's standing up for your country. A lot of y'all scared to stand up because you scared what people gonna think, but there's a lot of people behind closed doors that's like, bro, I feel the same way. I feel the same way. There's too many people coming in this country and they still stand on business for their own country, but they ain't really rocking with the US. So why you here? It's because we giving them money. Stay over there. When I was in overseas, bro, I used to play basketball. I used to play with foreign cats. Oh, America is this. America is that. I don't like America. So don't come here. Well, no, I like coming over to. Nah, bro, if you got that energy, stay your ass over here. We don't need you. But you got a lot of people hating on America, but using America at the same time. Just kick the haters out. Bro, look, if you ain't with us, bro, look. You ain't got to be with us, bro. But this is why America need to stop giving these refugees, asylum seekers, all these people that low-key hate America. We got to just stop giving them money. All these crooks that's stealing money and they getting caught, and you seeing people that said 17, 18, 200 million, 4, 5 million in the same state, same city. What we doing? Kick them out. You ain't getting, we losing your citizenship. I believe if you're from a different country and you get your citizenship, however you get it, you doing this, we sending you back, bro. We got to stop. Democracy is what's messing up this country, bro. Because if you ain't from here and you just got your green card, whatever, and you still doing reckless shit and sending your money back to your country, get the fuck on, bro. We got to start having that energy, bro. Why can't we have that energy? Because you scared what people going to say? People going to think you're a racist? Nah, bro, I'm a patriot. I'm standing on business. Like, we got to start standing on business as Americans. If our family's been here for long, long times, ain't no buddy, bro. It's either get down or lay down. Like, come on, bro. We got to start standing up for ourselves because look what's happening. We going to be the minority.
Al-Shabaab, I mean, any average Minnesotan should not want to put up with that at all.
Minnesota Congresswoman Ilhan Omar spoke at the state's Capitol yesterday with other state leaders. While she didn't directly mention the allegations of that report, she responded to Trump's announcement last week that he was terminating temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota.
There is not a single evidence that the president or his coonies have put forth that there are any single resource from taxpayers in Minnesota that has gone to aid and abet terrorism. That language is dangerous.
A DOJ official tells Fox News it takes fraud of any kind extremely seriously, and this referral will be thoroughly investigated. Sandra?
All right, Jeff Paul live on that out of L.A. for us. Thank you.
I want to bring in Douglas Murray, New York Post.
Look, I'm going to say this because this is a long video, but I'm going to just end it with this. If you're taking money from America and you send it to Somalia where there's a terrorist group, what is it funding? I'm going to get a hat that says common sense. If you take money from America and you funnel it back to Somalia, where is it going? Who's it going to? Let's just be real. But this is what we say. We got people like Ilhan Omar in office, whatever, talking. She ain't with us. She ain't with America. She used America, got in debt, became a politician. There's videos out here praising more of the Somalia president than our president. If you can't praise our president and be with our president and lock in with us, go back home. This is not racism. This is patriotism. If you can't be down and get down with us and represent what we represent and understand that we are America first, not Somalia, not if you whatever country you from, it's America first. She not locked in with America. She not. As a person looking at her videos, watching her rhetoric, seeing how she acts around certain people, she ain't with us. She ain't with us. This is why I believe that you shouldn't be in office unless you 3 generations from your country, because I think it takes 3 generations to fully understand and be welcoming and understand what it is to be an American. I don't believe getting naturalized or getting over here as a refugee and then you get your whatever and then now you can become in office. That's too quick. Nah, we need at least a couple generations from when you get here. So when your kids understand, I'm an American. You know how many people I talk to that maybe 3rd generation Mexico or 3rd generation whatever from somewhere and they come here, they be like, bro, I don't even want to go back home. Hey man, won't you ever go back home for what? I don't want to go back home. I don't want to go back to my country. This is what we need. We need an America wash of these people to where they understand what it takes and what it is to be an American. See, they get the citizenship or the money and everything too quickly. So how can I appreciate what it is to be American when I got everything so quickly? See what I'm saying? It's just like when you get that job, it takes you 4 or 5 years to work hard and get it. You appreciate that job. But when it takes these people, immediately I'm a refugee, I get money, I get housing, I get health care. Why would I appreciate being American? I'm using you. I'm using you for your money. But yes, I believe that we got to start getting a lot of these people out of here, not just Somalians. It's a lot of different cultures here that just here for the money, and they're not here to be a citizen of America. It's because they get things too easily. But as Americans, we got to stop. We got to start standing up. I'm not saying be violent. I'm just saying stand on business. Start telling people how you feel. Start being out there and being part of your community and understanding like I got to stand up for what's mine because my family has been here for generations. And now people that haven't been here for generations getting everything that I'm supposed to get? Nah, you got to stand on business. I'm telling y'all, y'all not standing on business. Y'all not speaking up. Y'all scared. You better speak up for what's yours. Speak up for your kids because all this is going to affect is our kids. We're going to be long and gone before it really affect our kids. Got to speak up, man. I ain't no racist. I ain't none of that. I'm just a patriot, and I understand that if I'm here in this country, we work hard, we pay taxes, right? And then the people come here from a different country and say, oh, I'm a refugee, and they get all the benefits, and I don't get that, and I'm an American, and it's my money, I might have a problem. That's not fair. I should not be paying for no refugees. Whatever's going on in your country, that's your country. Go handle that. Go take care of that. If your country's poor, y'all need to band together and work many generations to make your country in a better position. Stop coming over here in America for us to take care of y'all. That's what it is. It's too many people that depend on us but don't want to give us the deals overseas. That's why I'm rocking with this administration. If you don't understand that, if you don't understand how America's been used and abused, you call yourself an American? Yeah, I can't get jiggy with you. I can't. If you're in favor for illegal immigrants coming here or people from refugees, asylums coming here and getting all the benefits while you still broke, I can't rock with you. I can't. You have no morals. You're not a patriot. If you want everybody to be better than you and get all the benefits over you and you are in this country, your family been in this country, your family served, your family been in this country for many generations, but you okay with them coming over here getting $456 billion in the last 10 years? Something wrong with you. You're not thinking. Wake up. America first. Be a patriot. Understand this is your country. Don't get punked off your block. Stand on business. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, I do not care what people think. I'm just straight up. And we're going to keep this thing rocking as always.